All right, we back again. Another episode of RAOP. I believe this is what 242. Yes, sir.
What?
I was 220. What is it?
422.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was saying it dyslexic. Y'all know what I meant. 422.
I know what you meant.
4 double deuce. Today we got a special guest in the building.
Hold on, I ain't even get to say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Matter of fact.
Mountain gorilla.
Don't start that shit again, man. There's no such thing as a goddamn white mountain gorilla.
All right, bro. You seen what they said when I posted the clip?
All they said was there is a mountain gorilla, bro.
All right, man. Whatever, man.
Breyonna, you ever heard of a white mountain gorilla?
I have not.
This nigga be lying. He went to spring school, so.
All right, Breyonna, introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, my name is Breyonna Bryant, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I currently go to FAMU.
I was gonna say you forgot.
No. I'm a little rusty. I've been in summer school, but I haven't been in like spring semester or fall, so I haven't been really saying my rapport.
I heard it.
I'm from Jacksonville. I go to school in Tallahassee right now. And I'm 22 years old, and I have my own podcast. It's called YTD TV. Stands for Young Talent Domain TV. And this is actually my first podcast appearance, like I was telling y'all, so I'm a little excited. So excuse me if I'm a little nervous, but
Nah, you good. We gonna do our best to make you comfortable throughout the process.
okay, bet, good.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be easy. What made you get into like media and whatnot and interviewing people?
Honestly, I will say that it was not planned at all. It's kind of something like I felt like, well, I always knew that I liked the journalism field for sure. I can say that personally, I've always liked that, but actually interviewing people, that was nothing that I ever like thought that I would actually be working towards as a career. Like when I thought of it when I was younger, I thought of it as like more recreational, kind of like something that people do for fun. But once you start doing it yourself, it's very much a job. It's a lot that goes into it, and I'm starting to learn that more and more every day. And but what got me into it, I kind of just like one day, like, I know when I started my YouTube channel, I wanted to do like lifestyle things, kind of like lifestyle videos, vlogs, and all that. And then I'm like, I got to a certain amount of subscribers, and I was like, okay, that's like a little start. And I was like, I want to say that it was something I seen on Instagram. I was scrolling. I don't know for certain what it was, but I was like, I bet you I could do this if I actually, like, if I caught some people up. I'm like, hey, if I interview you, like, you think you would be down? And I was like, okay, bet, let me order these microphones off of Amazon. And I was like, if I do this, I know I'm gonna take it serious, cause like I'm the type of person, if I spend money on it, yeah, I'm gonna get my money worth.
Yeah.
For real. I'm like, I spent money on these microphones, yeah, I'm gonna do it for real. So once I ordered those, I got them. I put it on Instagram, kind of like, y'all, I'm finna start, blah, blah, blah. And then when I started my first semester in Tallahassee, that's when I was like, okay, all of my friends were down there. Like, we all went to high school together, but majority of them were down there in college. And I transferred to Florida A&M. And then got my own apartment, and I was just doing it inside my house. And I was comfortable with the people I was doing it with because these were, like, my actual friends. And then that's when I started reaching out to actual, like, artists and stuff. Once I felt like, all right, I feel like I kind of got the understanding of how to do this. I got a good, like, kind of selection of questions. And then that's when I started really doing it for real. That was a long answer, y'all. I'm sorry.
Don't worry for me.
Yeah, nah, you good.
So when you say you seen somebody, did you see somebody that was like ass or something, and you like, oh, I could do this better than them?
No,
honest.
not necessarily. Like when I was little, I always like was really interested in it. I'm like, dang, they get to be around all these celebrities. Like, what? I'm like, so I must have seen something like, because it was over the summer. I must have seen like the BET Awards or something, like the red carpet, and it was like, I bet you I could like get to that point if I kickstarted something off, like showing my content or something. I think that's what it was. Because I love watching the red carpet before the actual show. And it had to be something like that. Or I really don't know. I just know it was the summer of 2020.
Okay.
So.
All right, so what's some of the people you interviewed so far? And, like, what's your favorite one so far? If you can pick. Because I know some people, they might feel some type of way. Like, why she ain't pick me?
They definitely will. I would say, okay, I started, this is weird that I'm in music. Like, I'm in the music field. But I started off interviewing, like, a DJ first. Shout out DJ Savage. I started with a DJ first. And then I think I've even done a engineer before. But my favorite interview, I would have to say, was... Well, I'm going to say I don't have a favorite one. But the one I enjoyed the most, I will say it would probably be either Luke Nation or Seti Hendrix.
Shout out to Luke.
Shout out Luke. I would say Seti because that was my first time actually going to Atlanta, not to go party or something. I actually went knowing that I was going to go do something. That was my first time, like, actually contacting, like, a official booking manager and was like, hey, can I get him for this day, blah, blah. And my first time going through stress, like, if I'm going to make this 3-hour trip,
Right.
is it going to go through? And the outcome was great. You know, he's from Jacksonville, so the vibes was, like, great. And then I would say Luke because that was my first time putting, like, not necessarily, like, humor into my podcast, but just, like, this vibe that was like, oh, she's actually funny. She don't just sit and just ask, like, a bunch of questions. She's actually, like, funny. Yeah. And he was able to bring that out of me, so it was a good outcome. So I would say those were, like, my top two.
That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely, because that had to be, like, nerve-wracking because you could drive all the way to Atlanta. He was like, damn,
yes.
Something came up and you just wasted your time. All kind of things got happen.
It was nerve-wracking.
So me and Joe, we do interviews also. So I want to know, like, what's your process? See if it's kind of similar to ours. Like,
I was going to ask you that before.
Okay, we go back, we tell ours, and then you go first.
So with me, like, this, my whole life, I've always been, like, even in high school, I've always been, like, a crammer. I'm the type, like, the day of the test, I go in there and just, like, scan through the book and then take the test. So I found that during college, it's really hard to find time to go and sit and do, like, write questions and stuff. So I be writing them, like, literally an hour or two before, like, the interview. Not, like, saying that I'm, like, irresponsible or nothing. I already know a few of the questions that I want to ask them. I just don't write it down until I actually, like, the day of, a lot of the times. There was probably only one or two out of all of them where I wrote them down, like, a week prior or so. So the process, I pick a person, not pick a person, but say if I'm on my timeline, I see they did an interview, so they're, like, open to doing that with people. Then I go to their bio, I look to see if there's a booking manager, and then that's when I get in contact with the booking manager. And I, like, introduce myself. I say, hey, like, my name's Breyonna Bryant. I'm like, would your artist be open to doing, like, a podcast interview? And a lot of the times they'd be like, yeah. And then I tell them, like, 2 spots, like, where I'm located, either in Tallahassee or Jacksonville, whichever one they're comfortable with. Like, that's fine. And then I just set up a date and time. And then about, like, a week or 5 days before it, I'll reach back out and make sure I'm still good. Yeah. And then kind of like how I messaged you, I was like, just making sure, like, I'll do something like that. And then the day of, I don't set up till, like, 30 minutes before. And yeah, that's kind of like my process.
All right, so what we do is usually we look at our DMs and it's like 40 niggas be like, Interview me. Interview me
Flooded.
every day. Interview
Niggas be
me.
hitting my rug page like, yo, what I gotta do to get on y'all podcast? I'm like, first off, hit the podcast, nigga. I keep this one for business. No, I'm bullshit.
Nah, that's funny.
I'm bullshit.
But yeah, it's mostly people just in our shit, just hitting us up all day.
Oh man.
So we go through people. We go through the pages. We're like, hey,
Okay.
you think he fire?
Right.
You think he fire?
Well, even for those that aren't in music, like, yo, check out their page. Do you think that they would be a good person to interview? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
can you pull some questions from what you're seeing?
Are they
you know?
charismatic?
Right.
Whatnot. You can tell a lot from their posts and whatnot. Also, like when we do interviews with people, if you into music and you like got like no music videos, it's really nothing to talk about.
If you
I
only
agree.
have one song, there's nothing that we can do. You know, I got to get back to a couple people that are like that. Is, you know, hey, what I got to do to get on your page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, when you come on, what are we gonna do? Talk about high school? Talk about, you know, the one time you were in the studio? You know what I mean?
True.
And it's not to disrespect anybody. You know what I mean?
It's
but
real.
the viewers want a story. That, I mean, I'm sure anybody that's taking the time to listen to an hour and a half long podcast or hour long interview of anyone wants to hear more than, yeah, I was in the studio for 30 minutes, I recorded that song, and I'm gonna just hit y'all with a new single next week.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Like a lot of the times, I'll make sure that they've recently put something out too. Like I don't want to talk about something from like a year ago or something.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
And if it's from a year ago, nigga, it better be a banger. That bitch still better be ringing off. I better pull up to the stop sign and see a nigga going crazy to your record. Like,
But yeah, if it's somebody that we approaching for an interview, we've done a couple of those. Just gotta be professional, like just like you. Introduce yourself, tell them what you do, send them all your ats and whatnot. So if there's anybody out there, make sure y'all send links. Just don't hit people up and like, hey, I'm trying to interview you, and that's it. Just send links. Let them know that you do this professionally, and you're not trying to waste their time.
True.
So when we do find somebody that we trying to interview, we link up and whatnot. I don't like interviewing anybody unless I got like a week's notice, because I like to take my stuff serious. So what I do to prepare is, let's say we got somebody tomorrow, we're supposed to be interviewing OG Young Marco. So the past 2 days I've been listening to his music nonstop, just listening to his music,
watching videos.
watch videos, see if I Google their name, see if anything pops up,
Crazy stories.
crazy stories.
You know, commonalities that might be parallels to artists we've interviewed in the past, or things, you know, same producers, same engineers, things like that. You know what I mean? It also gives a moment to where you can shout out other people in the city, or, you know, just little things like that for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy what you can find, because when we had interviewed Lil Westside, I did not know she was like signed to T-Pain and shit like that.
Right.
Like
wow.
different stuff. Like you do research, you like, damn, I ain't find that out. We interviewed K Millions, like he got outside of music, like he popular on YouTube.
Got a
doing,
huge
like,
YouTube channel. Yeah.
doing skits and shit. Like you just find different stuff if you do research. So I'm a big component on doing research on the artists, and like studying like what they do, like go on a Twitter, like go back, not even like on the detective shit, just just like
it's a job.
yeah.
Again, just enough to give worth to the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's how I just listen to their music. You gotta do more than listen to their music. You gotta do like some actual research on the person, and figure out new things on them. So it's all kind of approaches to take it.
I hope nothing crazy popped up on me, but
Yeah, like 22, you'd have to go far out your way, you know. Now you check my name, it might be some wild shit out there. I done missed a few news posts, thank God, but
I think you done told all your crazy stories on here pretty much.
I don't know, man.
So they just gotta listen to an old podcast and get the dirt on you.
Yeah, they got you listen to any episode, you probably gonna find a great story of some mischievous activities.
All right, so what's like some dream interviews you want to do, like on your bucket
dream
list?
interviews. Drake for certain. Like I feel like that's like my number one artist. Nicki Minaj, I love her. Lil Baby. 2 people are on that list, but they're kind of in the RICO charges right now. So,
Thug would be a great interview.
Yeah, I feel like it would be too. Like just like a vibe. I know Gunna would be a vibe too for sure. Who else? I also like Summer Walker, and I know she deals with like anxiety as well, and so do I. So I feel like it would be very epic to like. Because I don't think I've ever interviewed anybody where they've been, like, nervous. So I feel like it would be a good outcome. Who else? And...
That can go either way because you might mess around. Because I'm a huge Summer Walker fan. She don't do any interviews at all. So I don't know how much info you going to pull out of her.
I know. Oh, my God.
That would be one I wouldn't even know how. I'd be more nervous trying to figure out what to ask her as than anything.
I know. You don't want her to, like, be like, why would you ask me that?
Right. I would be asking uncomfortable questions out of my own nervousness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Young Thug the same way. I remember one time I watched Young Thug. He was on No Jumper, and he was just, like, doing the interview, and then, like, I think it was, like, 20 minutes, and then, like, towards the end, Young Thug was just, like, he was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Right.
I know.
And then it was just over.
That's like one of my main, like, not a fear, but just like an interview going left. Like, like when Kodak got up and walked out of that one interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And I was like, oh my gosh.
Now, this may sound crazy. If you a big name artist and I'm interviewing you and you walk out, I'll put that more on me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even feel some type of way.
Right.
Don't be no local person and walk out on me.
Oh, nigga.
Yeah.
We might have to squabble.
I might have to roast your ass for the last 45 minutes of the episode. Me and Imp might put on a marathon of podcast record so I can kill your head.
Oh
now, if it's like somebody, like, for example, Kodak, we interviewing Kodak and he would just be like,
I gotta go smoke these blight.
yeah. And he just walk off. Like 85 South when they interviewed Rick Ross.
Rick Ross,
And he just went to the bathroom and didn't come
Now,
back.
Ross be doing that, though. Ross do that to a few people. He's done that to a few people.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, he just left and then came back. But I was like, hey, they got about 30
got a
minutes
good
in with
solid-
Ross.
Yeah.
Now, what if, because I know we from Jacksonville, what if somebody, I don't know if y'all ever seen it, when Birdman came to the Breakfast Club and like he was, now what would y'all do if like they came into the podcast with animosity?
I don't know. See, I'm more likely to react than Amp would.
Okay.
Like, I think Amp would just like try to calm them down through questions and shit. Like that.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be honest. If somebody gave me that type of energy, I'm gonna look at them like, all right, man, they're just gonna move it along. I'm gonna move along. I ain't gonna be confrontational with them unless they're confrontational with me. But I'm just like, all right, man, you wasting your time. So
right. I'm more likely to be like, what's up? Do you want to do this or not? Should I hit the button? Like, nigga, we could cut this now.
But I respect the Breakfast Club for recording that because when they did it, it went viral and it was a nice moment. I think that's like one of they, besides like the 6ix9ine stuff, that was like their most viral thing. So I respect that they did that.
And it was only like a minute long or something.
Yeah. So with your interviews, have you ever had anybody that you were asking them questions and they didn't give you like that much of answers back?
I will say that's one thing that I worried about at first, but I can't say there was anybody that didn't give me like good answers. I remember my first few were very I had a feeling of it being like staged or whatever because I was like kind of like just starting and I felt like I had to ask like these like really not open-ended closed-ended questions and like it just felt like where can you see yourself in 5 years or
the cliche stuff
right.
What made you start? Now, it's nothing wrong with those questions now.
Right.
It's just how you pivot from those questions, I feel like. Because that's still foundational. You know what I mean? Like, we've asked, what got you into this? And, you know what I mean? And that's something that you have to ask almost every person. That
you should.
Yeah. Like, we did a convention recently. We went to a convention. And I felt like I asked a lot of the same questions, but you get different answers, and then it opens you up to different questions.
Yeah, you gotta pivot off it to like anybody that's out there that's trying to do interviews. If you ask a question like that, you gotta like pay attention to what they saying.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't pick anything up from what they saying, then I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
You gotta pick at least like 2 things off from what they saying. If you didn't get anything, then
That's literally what my professor just taught us. Because he was like, he did like an example. He was like, it's important to listen to what the person's saying. Because he was like, what if you were interviewing somebody on national TV and while you were listening, you were zoning them out thinking what your next question was going to be. And they said something like, I just killed my wife this morning. And you go like, okay, so what's your favorite?
Right.
He's like, you know, it's important to listen to what they're saying so you can think of what the next question would be off of that. And when I first started, I was not doing that. I had like my questions and I was like, this is what I'm going to ask you. And it wasn't until we were practicing my first one and the Savage was like, that was actually good. I didn't know that you were going to ask me that. Like one of the questions I asked him that wasn't on the paper. And I was like, okay, I'm actually pretty good at this.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually doing pretty good. And then
it's a lot of improv.
Mm-hmm. It's a very I will say, like, because I've been seeing like a lot of my friends graduate into different fields and they're just like very, very structured. But I will say like journalism is very like freelance. Mm-hmm. It's like it's literally built off your personality and like just things that come out of like nowhere. Mm-hmm. I will say that it can be very challenging, to say the least.
How you feel about people saying like journalism is dead? Because some people, they go to school for journalism and then like I seen it like NY post the other day. They did it on a lady that didn't bathe in like 10 days.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, man,
bruh, why would you say it? I'm inhaling the blunt and shit, and all I think about is her stinking ass.
I don't worry. You're one of the most squeamish people ever, so I ain't worried about you, man. Anyway, I can just say toe jam and you get anyway,
bruh, 10 days.
She said she don't bathe 10 days at a time. And they did a NY post on there, and I'm like, somebody went to school for 4 years, did countless classes.
Right.
They probably owe a bunch of money in student loans, and they doing posts like that.
I would say that it's not necessarily dying. It's just getting more challenging every day because more and more people are like focusing on like covering news. So it's like that's why there's only a few blogs that I rely on for news, especially when it comes to like deaths and stuff. I'm like I won't believe it until like the Shade Room posts it or something like that because
I don't believe it till I see it on Twitter.
Oh yeah, when you see it on Twitter, you know it's real. Like if it's trending, oh, it's real.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really trust that until I see TMZ post it.
That's real too. That one, I never used to believe TMZ though.
Yeah, me either.
Growing up,
I didn't become a TMZ truther until like they were like the first ones to report Michael Jackson died.
Nah, but see, I saw that on Twitter. Twitter was the first
you seen
place
it on
I saw
Twitter,
it.
But like you seen it on Twitter, but you seen it from TMZ first.
I didn't. I saw one tweet that said, "Yo, Michael Jackson just died."
Because they seen it on TMZ.
Now, I could believe that, but what I'm saying is this. That was 2 hours before any news outlet had reported it.
No, this is what happened. So TMZ, they reported that Michael Jackson died and nobody else was reporting it.
Right. Okay.
But I think TMZ had got it like on some illegal shit. Like they had like knew like one of the nurses at the hospital.
They drugged him?
No, they knew one of the nurses.
Hey, we gonna kill Michael and report.
What they call that? What they call that? Like not malpractice. Any HIPAA? HIPAA.
I think. Yes. HIPAA violation.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't think you're supposed to like tell, but they don't know.
You
You don't know what nurse
about.
did it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's true. That's crazy. But yeah, like I say, I saw one tweet. I ran in the gym. Nigga, I'm like 18 years old. I'm like, yo, Michael Jackson just died. And I'm on a military base, you know what I mean? It's 40-year-olds and all. Nigga, get out the gym, bro. Don't you ever blasphemy. We about to beat your ass. You just said Michael Jackson just died. Nigga, I'm like this. I swear. I saw it on Twitter. Bro, they was really finna stomp me out for saying Michael Jackson died. Nigga, as they was carrying me out the gym, the news came on and was like, this is a special report.
Oh, he telling the truth.
And everybody stopped. It's like 6 people. I'm laid out. My body was swung to the side.
Oh my gosh. That was such a sad day.
Man, that was crazy. I sat in my room, man.
I had to moonwalk at half court. You know what I'm saying? I had one time for my dog. You know what I mean? I hit that thing.
Now, TMZ did say Lil Wayne died.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Now, see,
They
that-
did say
He
that.
got shot.
That's some shit that I.
Nah, they said he had like a coma or something. I mean, not coma. He had like a seizure on a plane, and they said like his family's like Regine's on a plane right now,
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
deciding on his like. Oh,
I would have
oh.
sued the fuck out of them.
No, for real.
I think they did. Somebody
Yeah,
sued. them.
I definitely would have sued. Damn, I had a good question and I just forgot it.
That's that coma pack.
It is. Damn.
Can't remember it.
It was
That's
about
That be
TMZ
happening,
too. Like,
yeah.
how would you feel if? And I just completely forgot it.
But what were we talking about originally? We was talking about journalism.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, journalism dying.
Yeah, journalism dying. So, but yeah, it's like it's some places where you got to look for like credible sources. Some places, like for example, if you send me a link and they say media takeout, I'm like, all right, bro, that's
You
if
remember
it says
Media
The
Takeout?
Onion,
You remember that?
we
Yeah.
got a homie. That nigga gets all of his news. Everything he spews out is from Media Takeout.
Really?
they must not exist no more or something.
I don't think they do, but I remember like as a kid I would just sit on there all day long and like I don't know. But
And it was just like there's stuff on that website. It was like blatantly false. Like you didn't even have to look
was
it up.
so
It was like, all
bad.
right.
It
Or-
was terrible photoshops and shit. They was like taking magazine pictures and putting them next to like full 4K pictures. Like
they would
these two are
say,
dating.
like very exclusive, explicit, and you click on it and you be like, this is literally just like them in a bathing suit or something.
Right.
But I know they found out who the person behind all of it was, and I forgot his name.
Yeah, they were trying to get him out here because it was like a black man, and he was just like saying all kind of crazy
That's
stuff.
crazy. He should have been out of here.
I think it was like his name was like Frank or something, and in the comments like they were just.
I don't know why
going-
his name being Frank is funny, but that's just a dude, a random dude named Frank just causing chaos.
I think that was his name. I'm not sure. I know
Media
it starts with
Takeout
F.
was a very dark time.
It was.
But yeah, Shade Room. I know I seen Cardi B. She trying to get Shade Room up out of here.
I feel
Oh,
like
really?
they little shit is just some personal riffraff though. And that shit should have been behind doors. Like, I get it, but that shit should have been behind doors.
I think Cardi B. She just feeling herself right now because she got Tasha K up out of here. So she like, I'm gonna get all you blogs up out of here that say anything bad about me.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't even think her gripe was so much that something bad was said about her. I think that she felt like there's not enough good being said consistently. You know what I mean? And I get it, but it's like you're kind of in a static point. You know what I mean? Like she has a lot of shit going on outside of music. Some of which is really good. Like she's doing major brand sponsorships, she's hosting shit, all of that. But then some of it is you getting into catty little comments and you know, like her political views were skewed, you know, just being real. Like she was saying some wild shit. And it's like, okay, well, we can't support everything Cardi B.
Yeah.
Some people got a problem with accepting that once they get that much popularity, let me say, because it happens even on a lower level. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with you, but
fame is a hell of a drug.
it's I respect it because a lot of the times like that gossip stuff is a way to get the clicks and stuff. So I respect it, but like Cardi B, she got to realize that that's a part of the game.
Exactly. Good and the bad. I mean, I respect, like, personally, if I had any bit of notoriety, right? I would want to live like a Kendrick Lamar, like a Money Man. You know what I'm saying? Like to where you don't see anything about them outside of what they intentionally are present for.
That can come with some bad side too, because with Kendrick, he's so quiet where anything he do, they be trying to blow it up. Like for example, like we ain't see Kendrick about 5 or 6 years.
Yep.
He drop an album. The first thing they say, oh, he got Kodak on there. You know what Kodak be doing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh Kendrick. Oh, they be like, oh Kendrick been gone for like 6 years. They're like, oh, you remember that time he said that about women with fake asses on the song? Like they be doing that to him all the time. So
you're right.
That come with.
Man, damn all of that. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be walking through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just barking in my ear like, yeah, all right, whatever. At that point, I wouldn't even care. Water off my back, as the old folks say.
I think it's important not to address anything.
Once
like anything that's out there,
yeah, once you big.
Address it.
Well, let's backtrack a little bit. This is a question for everybody. What y'all think a bad interview is?
Bad interview. Someone who looks very uninterested in it, and someone who looks very, I wouldn't say nervous, because if you make it through an interview while you're nervous, I think that's a pretty good pretty good job.
I feel like most people are nervous when they do interviews.
They don't open up till like probably 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Sometimes to the end.
Yeah, really. Till you start getting them to laugh and stuff. That's but yeah, either someone who looks like very uninterested and then like closed-ended answers. I'm sorry, I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And answers from, questions rather from a host. You know, that could also make for a bad interview. Yeah. But my biggest thing is not elaborating, you know. Okay. So like for people being interviewed, I think that it makes for a bad interview when there are short answers. So how long have you been doing this? 2 years.
Yeah.
That's enough.
If I didn't ask what got you into it, then that's an opportunity for you to tell your like, yo, look, when I started playing with clay, you know, somebody had gave me a small block of clay, and I figured I could make a bowl for my dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, tell me something, shit. Sell me a dream. You know what I mean? Those are things that I look for. Most people that are being interviewed sought to be interviewed.
Okay, I feel that.
Most people put themselves in a position to tell more about whatever they're doing. Even artists.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There are a few that, Summer Walker being one, you know what I'm saying?
You
Kendrick
have to say
Lamar.
her name, man.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. You ain't even let me finish.
I slandered her enough today.
That don't like to do interviews.
Hey, we pro Summer Walker on here. So
we are very pro Summer Walker. I didn't even listen to her before Amp said that she doesn't make a bad song.
So she does not. Summer
told
Walker
me that
doesn't have a bad song in her catalog.
About 2 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. And one day, I stopped everything I was doing. I listened to her entire catalog. That Riot song is what put me on to, Grave. I'm sorry.
I know she got a song called Riot, but I don't know about Grave.
It might be Riot then. Did she talk about putting a nigga in the grave?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's it. So, yeah, that song.
That's what you felt?
No, nigga, but I was like.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, kill me so much. That song showed me like, yo, her writing ability is really like A1, because I could see how a woman could resonate with something like that, right? So I started listening to more and more and more and more. Man, I'm next to your level, Summer Walker fandom. Let me get me a little T-shirt.
All right. You gotta wait in line. So I asked y'all that because I'm still trying to figure out like what's a bad interview, because I was watching what's the shit called where they be on the porch, Dirty Glove.
Yeah.
So I was looking at one of the lengths of one of the interviews, and it was one on there like 20 minutes.
Really?
No, it was 30. No, not 30 minutes. It was 15 minutes actually, and I was like, no way this interview is good.
Right.
Y'all would think the same way, right? You were like, it's 15 minutes. I was like, no way this shit good. Mm-hmm. I watched it. I was like, that was a good ass interview. He knocked out the questions. He was just going at it. I was like, that was a good ass interview for 15 minutes.
Was it one take?
One take, what you mean?
Like no edits, no cuts.
I don't think they ever cut. To be honest,
I don't think so either. Yeah, so
it's rare to see anybody interview with cuts in it.
Yeah, I don't think he cuts.
I don't think nobody cuts.
Yeah, you might not be able to tell.
Oh, trust me, I'll be able to tell. I do this, bro.
Camera angles and quick, you know what I'm saying? Slicing shift.
I don't think too many people cut, but
it
could be some people, but I don't think it's too many people.
Yeah,
cut,
I don't think so.
But they do interviews sometimes that's like 50 minutes, 40 minutes.
Right.
Like, so I seen a 15-minute one. I was like, no way, the shit was good, and I was like, damn, you could have a good interview in 15 minutes, and then I think the YouTube like interviewing era kind of like killed what we consider a good interview because. We all grew up watching like the Late Show and all that. Like Jay Leno was knocking out classic interviews like in 8 minutes.
Right.
Those interviews don't be long at all.
Right.
He be having like 4 interviews at one night on the couch. He be like, this so and so, this what movie they got. So I don't know. It's kind of like different nowadays.
I was gonna say also, and I've seen this like 3 times, like in a matter of like 2 weeks. A lot of people let their emotion take over the interview. I seen one where this it was a podcast and like the 2 dudes, like the host and the guests, were like spitting on each other.
What the fuck?
Yes, they got into it, and one disrespected one, and he spit on him. So
she's talking about No Jumper.
I think so.
Yeah.
Then they had another one where they were interviewing a girl, and
you right. I am too squeamish because that's nasty.
Very
nasty shit.
And then
I don't condone spitting on somebody.
Oh, that will get your ass beat.
Hold on, I don't condone spitting on somebody, but he was talking to him crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Put your hands on that nigga.
Wait, which one was talking to which one?
The dude that got spit on.
Okay.
Because the dude that spit was 16 shot on him. He like a interviewer. And the other dude was talking to him crazy. Like the dude said, "Suck my dick."
Yeah, beat that nigga ass.
But he was on the other side of the table, so he said I guess he couldn't reach him. He said,
"Man, stand up, let's square up."
He said, I guess he was like, I couldn't.
Nigga,
it was another dude like right there. I guess he said I couldn't get to it, so he just spit on him. But I'm not about to spit on somebody. But I'm like, hey man, you don't invite somebody to your dick, and then that's just. Like you either gonna get, I respect the spit. That's crazy to tell another man that. Like,
yeah.
Like you gonna get your ass beat, or you gonna take one of the consequences.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. You definitely need your ass beat.
But when the dude spit back, which is crazy. Somebody spit on you, spit back. But
oh my god.
The other dude, it didn't even reach.
We would have been. Bruh.
Then they had another one with like a girl, and one of the 2 hosts were trying to tell her, like, try to put her on free game or whatever, and she kept like not cut him off, but was just saying okay. Yeah. And he let his emotion kind of like overtake that because of her not her not giving him, like, I wouldn't say the attention that he wanted. I would say like the answer that he was looking for. Like he wanted her to not necessarily agree, but understand what he was trying to say. And a lot of people, don't
care.
Yeah, not even that. A lot of people, you can't help them. Sometimes it's like talking to a brick wall when you're trying to give them advice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like in that moment, because he did say, he was like, okay, let's move on to the next question. But then like he just wasn't having it with her like attitude and let that overtake it. Yeah. And I saw a third one. This is all like in the same week. I saw a third one. I'm
gonna tell you all that's happening when you get done.
Okay, let me speed it up.
Oh, you good. Take your time.
I saw a third one where this girl was being interviewed it was like another podcast, and they were talking about why when you're messing with somebody's husband, and the girl is saying like it's not her business if the girl, if the girl, if the girl's husband is cheating on her, it's not her business that he's cheating on her. And she like stood up and was like yelling or whatever because the other people on the podcast weren't agreeing with her. And I was just like, sometimes, like, I was going to comment it too. I was like, sometimes when your emotion is starting to, and your adrenaline is going like that, just like, not even walk away, you just have to figure out a way. Yeah, you have to figure out a way.
Man, kill that conversation. Yeah.
I feel like all three of those things you just said, I feel like the TikTok era and like Twitter and stuff like changed like the podcast game also because people just so thirsty to get clicks and whatnot.
Yes.
That girl, she came in there, she wanted to do that. Like you don't just come off the dome saying, "Oh, I'm," like she was about to legit fight that dude, and he was just chilling. He was like, "What the fuck going?" He was like, "Well, I invited this chick on this podcast." Right. She came in there that day wanting to do that, and then like Sharp also. I feel like some of the times he do a lot of, cause he come from the pimp game, so he one of the ones. This may sound crazy. I just sometimes pimps, they like to say, call it like what they do, like game management and whatnot. Yeah. Well, come on, bro, you pimping a woman, so you kind of sort of don't got the respect for the woman. You may say you got respect for women, but like, come on, bro, let's be honest. So, anytime a woman kind of like goes at him and like be combative with him, he just goes at her crazy. So that's just him. So he's gonna have those moments all the time. I don't think he's ever had a complete episode with a woman because anytime they disagree with him, he's going crazy.
But that's where I go back to saying earlier that people really don't give a fuck. And what I mean is, in that essence, they don't know Sharp. That nigga catalog ain't on a wall somewhere. His resume ain't posted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you trying to give me game. You don't know me for shit. I'm telling you 5 minutes of an instance. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's easy for us to try and judge folks in the moment and whatnot. But again, we got to take a lot of things into consideration. And with that being said, it does make it to where it's like, I can only tell you but so much. If I realize like, yo, you're not trying to hear what I'm saying, or this isn't going the direction, like I say, we can hit this button, you know what I mean? Or let's pivot. What do you want to talk about at this point? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of ways that this could be easy. Even so, just going back to the interview process and whatnot, right? We went to a porn convention recently.
In Jax?
No, it was in Miami. It was funny because when you said it the first time, a couple like 40 minutes ago, you was like convention.
Yeah, I wasn't even going.
All right, let's get it out there. It was a porn convention.
Yeah, I'm finna be bold now, like forward rather. So we went to a porn convention, right? And as I'm walking around, I'm asking, you know, these ladies, hey, do you mind doing an interview? Do you cool with this? Yada yada, right? And a lot of them were like, it's either, yo, it's got to be quick. Because, again, they've been doing this all day, all weekend, so I get it. Or they were like, not really. And then, you know, you put a little charm on them. That big dog energy. And, you know, you get it. But I thought that some of the interviews, I think the first day, I was nervous. One, I've never been to no shit like that. You know what I mean? Didn't know what to think. I told Amp when we got back to the hotel or whatever, I'm like, I don't know how those interviews went. So tomorrow I'll be better about it. You know? By the way. And yo, like they really did. They came out like I watched the interview. I watched the video back 2-3 times when he dropped it because I was just like, damn, like I was surprised at how well some of those questions played out, and you know what I mean? So I bring that up also to say there was an instance with these two twins, right? Okay. And like as we were walking around, initially my first thing was, okay, let's just interview as many porn stars as we can, right? And then I'm talking to Amp like, yo, what do you think? You know, like, let's talk about this and whatnot. All right, let's start getting some common people and whatnot, get their experience. I'm okay, cool. So I overhear it's like 5 people talking. 2 of them are twins, and they're like, you could tell they're reluctant to do whatever everyone else wants to do, right?
Yeah, you said they got dragged there.
Yeah. So
Oh no.
I'm like, yo, let me interview these 2, right? But they were having a good time, but they were like slow moving, and the other ones, like the 3 others, they was like, yo, look, here's the plan, man. We finna go look at these asses over here, like Alexis, Texas, and you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
as I'm talking to them, they at first they were very nervous, and I think I asked, one of them said something about like their home situation or whatever, you know what I mean? And I asked like, okay, well, what do you think if your parents, you know, saw you come home with porn stars, the both of you? Oh, we get kicked out, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, well, let's play off of this now, you know what I'm saying? Well, what do you think if you became a content creator and you got into OnlyFans? How do you think your parents would feel? You know what I'm saying? Because we don't get a male perspective of that, you know? No one cares to ask, yo, what your mom think of you being on OnlyFans to a nigga? You know what I'm saying? That's never a question. So they were like, yo, we get kicked out. Or long as we, I think they said, long as we're making money, we be all right. But, but like I say, I didn't know how those interviews were gonna go. So in the moment, as an interview to anyone out there, as a host, you might be nervous. You might be the one trying to figure it out and just shooting from the hip with questions. But you just gotta trust yourself in the moment, and you never know what you'll get.
Totally agree. How did you feel about the man on the street shit? Because you've been asking me for months to do it, and we finally did it. So
yeah, I didn't expect it to be there. I thought I could warm up to it or something. Man. Like, this nigga was really like, yo, look, this nigga brought a spotlight when we parked that the car. This nigga broke it out the trunk. Like, yeah, it's on you now. Like, all right.
you was asking, so I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, nah, he said, well, shit, you got to do it with some porn stars. I thought we were going to go to Riverside, you know what I mean?
Oh, we go.
Do it with a few drunk folks, you know what I'm saying?
We go out this Saturday.
All right. Saturday we'll be out there. I might wear a costume, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that'll pull the people in, you know?
You ever thought about doing man on the street type stuff?
I've seen it. I've been asked to like doing, but I was like, if you ask me some crazy stuff and then post it, like, I don't know. Because I noticed this one boy, he's actually making views off of it for real. And he asked me, and I was like, okay, but I was going to say, as long as you don't ask me any crazy stuff. But then I was like, no.
You should do the questions.
That would be fun. I think it definitely would. And meeting a bunch of different people.
Yeah. And you could spread your work like fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. People really get views off of it.
I think Joe asked you to come out there with us to Riverside. So
yeah.
You should come out there while you work with us.
Yeah, come on. If you okay. So we can tag team them. We'll hit them with all kinds of questions Saturday night.
Okay.
We gotta get our homie Eric up out of here, man. I told him, man, we're gonna take the man on the street game from him.
He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it enough.
He went viral this week. Crazy.
Oh, damn. I ain't see that.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels posting him Beyond the Grave.
Oh wow.
He resurrected to make sure the message was passed.
It was posted on Kevin Samuels' page.
That's crazy.
He did
really?
He did one like, I think it was like 3 years ago when he went to LA.
Yeah.
He had like a porn star. Her name was like, I forgot her name. She was asking like random people, would you date a porn star? Like one of the dudes, he just went off on her. He was like,
yeah, I seen that.
Never. You seen that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
It went viral like crazy on several different platforms.
Eric set that up?
Yeah, that's Eric's page.
Oh, damn. I ain't know that.
You ain't see Eric's stuff at the side?
I saw somebody. I don't be looking at that shit.
But yeah, he went crazy viral this week.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that's crazy that you could go viral off something you did like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
Right.
That's why the content game is like unpredictable. Like You could post something
Nah.
and just think, damn, that shit flopped. The next thing you know, you just go viral off the shit.
Eric has some classic man on the street interviews. He asked one chick, was she into damn, what was it? It was something with a P. I think it was prostitution or something like that. And she said, am I into damn.
Oh, you talking about the? Oh yeah. She thought he said pedophilia. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
pedophilia. Yeah.
I was like, how did you think he said that? And, it just went crazy from there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I forget what he asked her, but she was like, am I into pedophiles? Bitch, no. This nigga asking me, am I into pedophiles? Hell no. What kind of shit is that? Man, I laughed so fucking hard. I probably watched that video 100 times that day.
No, you know what I don't like though is when they like find a couple and they make them go through each other's phone.
Oh yeah, that shit be crazy.
Because it's like you just ruined these people's relationship like that.
Nah,
Now, see, when I see stuff like that, I think it's fake. So
Me too.
the dudes need to see that. Go through go through her phone, fellas.
what about the women?
Man,
Mm.
All right, look at
Hey,
you.
I don't have to lock my shit. The only reason I lock my phone is for strangers.
Hey, black men don't cheat.
Straight up.
Why you say that like that?
No, it's-
You said,
She
you
date-
said,
no, I'm sorry.
She date outside the race. Nah, I'm bullshit. I ain't gonna put them speculations on you.
Yeah.
allegations.
You got a Dr. Umar that shit.
All right, so y'all want to do voicemails?
Yeah, let's tap into some
Let's get some
voicemails.
voicemails. To send us voicemails, hit us up 424-260-RAOP. That's 424-260-RAOP.
I think because you hear he hit it with normally when he get to that 2, that nigga come punching 424-260 RAOP. You know what I'm saying? He
So
was
what does a
smooth
voice
with it
smell
today.
like?
Oh, you about to see?
Okay.
Hopefully these ain't, because I ain't screened them this week.
Random Acts Podcast. Sponsorelli, a.k.a. Micro Blue McIntyre, a.k.a. the Minister Sobriety from Body More Bottles. And
Okay.
I'm just calling in to say, Jesus and Mero is no more, so I think it's y'all time to shine. It's opening now at Showtime for a late night show. I think I know 2 people that'd be perfect to sit in there. You feel me? Pause. Y'all might have to do some of them dumbass skits, but go get that bag, man. Go run it up. Take over all the shit that they was about to get into as a duo. RAOP instead of Bodega Boys. You feel me? I think that y'all would be a perfect fit. The people fuck with y'all. Alright, I'm out.
This nigga called us from a toy shop.
He was at a doorbell shop or something like that. Shout
A
out-
doorbell shop.
Salute Body More Bottles, man. He co-signed us. He said we should get the Showtime back.
Yeah, nah,
Hey,
I
man.
definitely fuck with you.
Hey,
Hey,
man, people put in the word, man. Join the Patreon, get our numbers up, all that shit.
straight up.
The people
straight
got to
up,
see,
man.
for us to get the bag for real, the people got to see the numbers, man. So
y'all gotta spread the word.
Share
You know,
something.
make sure that everybody knows to tap in with RAOP. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, all of that shit. Comment.
yeah, so like with Jesus and Mero and all the people, they fans got them where they at, man. So they shared their shit, clipped their shit. So y'all got to help us out.
Come on, man.
So salute. I appreciate the cosign though.
Yeah, definitely.
You mess with Jesus and Mero?
Not familiar.
She like, who the fuck is those?
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good.
You have to show
I
it
don't
to
wear
me.
Tim, so you know I ain't tap in too often either.
Yeah, they were like 2 dudes, man. They were like from New York. They had like a Showtime show. They were Viceland. You probably seen them a couple times.
Wait.
One was Hispanic, one was black.
They
Let me see if I can pull them up. I got
Okay.
my phone.
they both be wearing like a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think because they bald, that's why they were wearing hats.
well, one of them gave advice to Young Thug or something before the RICO charge, I think.
Oh, you think about Gilly and Wallow?
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, them two.
Please excuse me.
Them two related.
Okay. I really like. I enjoy watching theirs too.
Yeah, I like I like Wallow.
Yeah. I'm a Wallow fan.
Let me see if I pull up Deezus and Mero.
Gilly just be talking sometimes.
This Deezus right here.
Okay, I think I have seen it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ain't got no pictures of Mero on his shit, so that's probably why they broke up right now.
Nah, supposedly it was over their management. You seen that?
Yeah, they picked sides. How you feel about that situation, Jay?
I feel like honestly, old boy that was trying to be loyal in the situation was wrong in this circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you talking about Mero?
Mero. Yeah.
Okay.
So here's why. Yeah, we want to stick with management, but it's not like they said cut ties.
Yeah.
It's not like they said, hey, he's got to take less of a percentage. If he comes on set, there are going to be ramifications. They mentioned that, he was asked not to come on set because he was making things uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was like verbally abusing people.
Yeah, so if
like, he was cussing people out. So it was like,
and this ain't even your network, nigga. This your this a show you manage two people on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't paying you, nigga. We paying them. So in that situation, I do feel like this. All right, cool. Let's say we had a manager. And you wanted him to stay here in the studio, but HBO is telling us, that nigga can't come on set.
Yeah.
I'd fight you if you tried to keep that nigga here. We'd still record.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if, let's say you got management and they just in there, like, sometimes people get intimidated by, like, management for whatever reason.
True indeed.
Because some people just feel some type of way about management. They're like, oh, he trying to cut in on shit. Right. He trying to put, but if somebody coming in somebody else's studio and they wilding out and they cursing out the writers and shit, they about to get in a fist fight with the writers. Like, you got to get him up out of here.
In that regard, I would say Mero is wrong because there is enough to say he at the very least does not need to be on set while recording is happening. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If that's too much to ask, you know what I'm saying? We definitely don't need to be recording together.
Yeah, because it's not the Deezus, Mero, and Victor show. Right. It's the Deezus and Mero show at the end of the day.
Right. So yeah, I feel like Mero was wrong to choose sides on the manager and fight for him to be able to come on set if those allegations are legitimate and true.
Let me ask you a spicy question.
All right. I like that Tabasco. So.
All right. Nah, don't do it. Who you think gonna be more successful?
I think Deezus is putting himself in a position to where he can be more marketable.
Yeah. He bald. He be grinning all the time. White people love that shit.
And I think that he's willing to shuck and jive.
I respect it. That's pretty much what I was thinking. I ain't want to use that term, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
Dang.
He already doing a Jimmy Kimmel show.
He done Ellen and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, white people love bald, grinning niggas.
Like, yo.
They do.
And it's not to say it like, yo, there's anything wrong with doing these kind of shows. Like, I fuck with Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I mean? If Jimmy Kimmel asked me to be on his show, I probably would be like, that's not my crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kind of people.
Shit, a free agent. I'm about to make it my crowd.
Yeah, straight up. I respect that. But at the same time, like, if I'm controlling things, because when you get to the point you can do a Jimmy Kimmel interview, you got position, you got power. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, I'm picking and choosing where I go so that I can establish or build on my core foundation. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So from a Deezus perspective, one, I would be aligning myself more with a Revolt. Mm-hmm. I'd be lining myself more with a MTV, a BET even to try.
Mero or Deezus? My fault. Deezus. Mero should do that. Deezer should pivot into like more of the mainstream shit. Like he should be doing a show with Kelly Ripa and shit like that.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah.
Mero should be doing like the more urban shit. It's crazy because he the Hispanic one, but like he should be the one pivoting. He should have a revolt
You about
show.
to have him like Fat Joe just throwing nigga around.
He already say that. He already say that shit like every sentence now. He like Dominican or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently, I don't know. They got different rules up in New York, man. Apparently, if you could, apparently every race could say nigga up there. I don't know.
I've heard that.
I'm gonna be honest, like with the whole Hispanic shit, you know what I mean? Like, yes, we've all heard Hispanics say nigga, right? Mm-hmm. That don't mean we comfortable with that shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've been thinking that a lot.
It's different in the South. So like Cali and like New York, they be like, oh yeah, they can say it because like we grew up together and whatnot. But like in the South, like if you not black and you saying nigga, you getting punched in your face.
Like, bruh, like I cringe anytime anyone says that shit. And I gotta, that shit just make me uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't be around people that ain't black. Say that shit.
Like that showed up in the blogs before about like Cardi before and somebody else. I cannot think of her name, but they was just like, their excuse was just like, that's where I came from, and like that I grew up like saying it or something like that. And
I grew up in the neighborhood type shit. Like you didn't grow up through no struggles. That's like people forget that's the baseline of that word. You know what I mean? Like people fought for. Yeah.
I'm smiling because I'm about to ask you
it's
a question.
It's a rabbit hole, but I'm. I feel like I know what you want to say.
Let me put this pillow in between us, man. So Joe, man, don't hit me, bro. Joe, your pops is Dominican.
Has he ever said?
Have you ever said nigga?
Has he ever said nigga?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I'll put the pillow back there.
No.
What would you do if you heard him? You gonna punch your pops?
Nah. I mean, I don't like. Nah, he ain't never said nigga.
Oh, okay. Why not? Why you think he hasn't?
Cause that ain't like he Dominican. Like that's what he say.
Oh, I know black poppy.
I just feel like he don't be on that. Like he ain't trying to prove no shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's everyday lingo?
It's everyday lingo. That nigga might get drunk and say that shit or something. I don't know. Like that nigga don't say that shit.
Dominicans
like that.
Are Afro
and
Latino.
he from DC. So he from the north, you know what I mean? Like he been through hella shit, but yeah, he don't be throwing around nigga like that. Not at all.
Like that.
Respect,
bro. I'm saying that to say, my memory ain't perfect, so I ain't gonna say he ain't never said that shit around me. But do I have a clear recollection of him ever saying nigga? No.
Okay. I have no follow-up question. Let's go ahead and get to the next voicemail.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Denver Oakley, Eastside Denver. What's going on? Got to get on the ones and twos. Shout out Joe, that Dr. Doom rug looking real nice. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Shout out the pod, repping an Exotica. Y'all need a cameraman. I'm down. Just had a question for y'all. Wanted to know what's the most starstruck y'all ever been. It could be anybody, celebrity, just a person you mess with, all that jazz. Due to the grace of God, your boy was able to be out in Vegas Summer League, so I'm out there rubbing shoulders. Some of the biggest names in the business, whatnot, trying to do the thing. Had a chance to run across the boy Bron, man. I'm just saying, man, I saw him across the court, going through my head, you the realest. You still fighting, going bald, nigga, you a lot of niggas heroes, you the realest. I watched The Shop. I watched Space Jam 2, you know what I'm saying? I get over to him, man. I'm about to, dap him up. All of a sudden, some host like, Bron. I'm like, man, where's this bitch at, man? Hey, man. Try to dap him up again. Before I even know it, man, I ain't even realize it. Your boy's voice done bitched up when I went up and got it in LeBron's face, man. Man's looked at me, he's like, all right, little nigga, keep it moving.
Oh my God.
Man. Hey, what's the time y'all boys froze up? Hey, keep it going.
Hey, if LeBron told me, "Hey, little nigga, keep it moving," I would become the biggest LeBron hater under the sun.
Bruh, that's crazy as fuck.
All right, shout out Denver Oakley for that question. So the question was, what's the most starstruck you've ever been while meeting a celebrity, I guess? So I've met a couple celebrities. I ain't never been on no. You remember the video where the dude seen Dirk and he was like, Dirk!
Yeah. Or the baby. Yeah, them niggas be going crazy.
I ain't never seen no. I ain't never do no shit like that. But
Fuck
like,
no.
damn. I remember one time I met Allen Iverson. So Allen Iverson is my favorite
Well,
basketball
I probably
player.
would have cried.
Yeah.
I probably would have cried.
Yeah, I met that nigga. Yeah, oh my God, bro. It's Allen Iverson, dog.
Bro, I probably would have cried.
Man, I dapped that nigga up, bro. That shit made my life, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, I would have been like, yo, hey, respect me after this, nigga.
So it was you remember when we went to Complex Con?
Uh-huh.
So it was a moment I was like from you or whatever. So I'm walking and I see like a crowd of people. And I look to the right and I see Joe Freshgood. Mm-hmm. It was in the Joe Freshgood's booth where he was selling. You remember where he was selling the clothes at? Mm-hmm. So it was Joe Freshgood booth, and everybody was just like crowded around this shit. So I look, I see Joe, and I see Chance the Rapper, and I'm like, Chance the Rapper, whatever. I don't listen to that nigga shit. And I keep looking. I'm like, nigga, is that Usher?
No,
It's Usher. I'm like, nigga, that's Usher, nigga. This nigga made
And you ain't come and get me.
I don't know where you was at, bro.
It's
I was
times like
bro,
this that I really want to fight this.
I was
nigga,
like, bro, this nigga.
Like,
I was like, dog, it's Usher, and he made 8701. He made Confessions.
it's a year later, and this nigga telling me he seen Usher.
Bro, I was like, dog, this.
wrong for that.
I'm a grown man. I'm like, nigga, this Usher.
I've been robbed of opportunities, obviously, to be a fanboy.
Hey, you gave Trina COVID anyway. So I went by.
He's elaborating. He's putting a lot on it.
You gave her COVID.
No, he's putting a lot on it. I was sick as fuck. I was so sick. Oh my God. When we saw Trina, I literally like had to suck up all my snot just to like have a clear face. I was so sick. But I couldn't help it. Like I didn't even get sick until the night. Like I didn't even think I was sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I woke up. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. Like we flew out to Los Angeles. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not finna sit in a hotel. Like, yeah, my bad, Trina. But yeah, we took a picture together. I ain't never post that shit. I ain't never like showed nobody. I think this nigga posted it once. And I got a picture.
Matter of fact, that's gonna be the cover art this week.
Bruh, do not do that. I was so sick. Like you could see it all in my face, man. I was just trying to say. So that's probably the time to where I like froze up, I guess, because I couldn't even say nothing to her. You know what I mean? It couldn't even be like, yo, Trina, I love that ass. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to whisper in her ear. You know what I mean?
God, you ain't say that. Bodyguard would have beat your ass.
It would have been worth it. You know what I mean? Hell of a story. Yeah, I seen Trina one day. You know, we hugged up. I love that ass.
She would have liked that shit. But hey,
I seen
when I seen Usher, I was like, man. I was about to pick my phone up. I was like, I'm a grown man, bro.
Yeah,
I put it down. I was like, all right, I seen Usher. Let me go ahead and go.
That's one thing that do be tough. I'm gonna be honest, man, and I'm gonna be like, I take zero pictures of myself. Right. Mm-hmm. Only time I take a picture of myself is to see if it's something on my face. So my camera roll definitely be looking crazy. Like,
You don't delete the picture,
bruh. I be forgetting to. I just be doing it. Like I do that shit before I walk in somewhere.
Oh, okay.
They'll be like, let me make sure I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And then, I might.
You know, you ain't gotta take the picture. You know, you can just hold your phone and just look at the
Nah, bro, you gotta zoom in. You
ain't gotta hit the snap.
Zoom in, make sure everything like, hey, my hairline, all right, yeah. So make sure I'm right. And why did you interrupt me? I done lost my train of thought.
I was the one saying I met Usher. You interrupted me.
Man, damn your story.
Who you met that you was starstruck?
Like I said, starstruck, I don't know. I don't think I met nobody yet that I've just been like starstruck over. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like everyone I've been able to talk to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, when we was probably like fucking 07, I ran into Webby in the mall. And nigga, I was a whole nother nigga back then, you know what I'm saying? So I thought I was on some kind of time, you know what I mean? And I walked up on Webby, hey, what's happening, man? Like, what's up, bro? Like, what I gotta do to get a verse, shit like that, you know what I mean? I'm legit, like, probably like 17 years old, you know what I mean? But I was definitely out here back then. So, like I say, I thought I had something going, you know what I mean? Nigga dapped me up. When he hit my hand, it felt like a fucking dumbbell was passed to me. That nigga had on so many bracelets. His whole, like half his fucking wrist was just lit up. I was like, God damn.
That's crazy.
Man, that nigga had on some of the biggest Jabot jeans I've ever
seen in
my life. That's size 48.
What did he say to you?
All that, man.
Dumb way.
Yeah, that nigga talk exactly like that.
He probably gave you the email to send the verse. You were like,
nah, that nigga told me to talk to his manager or some shit. Some nigga behind him. And man, I looked at that nigga. I ain't talking to that nigga. Fuck that nigga.
That probably wasn't even his manager.
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Like his cousin or some shit.
Like I say, man, fuck that nigga. I met so one of the coolest experiences was Chevy Woods. Like I had opened up for him. And
who? I was just playing. I'll fuck with him.
I mean, yeah. It ain't the biggest name or nothing like that. But at the time, he had motion because Taylor Gang was big. You know what I'm saying? We talking over 10 years ago now. Or damn near 10 years ago. I opened up for him or whatever. And, like, when I got off stage, after I walked through the crowd and dapped everybody up, nigga, 500 people left.
Damn.
Oh, really?
No bullshit. Like, no bullshit whatsoever. So my brother kept coming up to me. Like, as I'm dapping people up, I'm standing there or whatever. And my brother tapping me the whole time. At shows, I just be so completely negligent to anything else going on. You know what I mean? I guess I feed off the high. You know what I mean? So my brother tapping me, he like, yo, Chevy Woods was peeping your set the entire time. Like, he was actually fucking with your shit. Go talk to him. Nah, I ain't finna approach that nigga. You know what I mean? Let him be dapping people up. He like, yo, this nigga been watching you dap everybody up the last 20 minutes. He ain't gone on set yet or whatever. So, like I say, by the time I'm done saying what's up to people and shit, getting my, like, kudos and shit, I look around, it looked like 50 people was in the club.
Damn.
And that bitch was legit packed. When I got the numbers, like, the next week or whatever, the promoter had told me they put over 700 people in there.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. So, long story short, when I finally went and talked to Chevy Woods, he was like, yo, your set was like really dope. And I was like, I appreciate that, yada yada, you know. And I'm very thankful that he's even, you know what I mean? That nigga ain't have to say 2 words to me. So I'm appreciative of that. He's giving me his perspective or whatever. And that nigga was like, yo, I'm gonna give you my number. Anything you ever need, call me. Like, if there's ever anything you want, just hit my line. And at the time, I was just so, I guess, stupid. I didn't even think, like, my mind frame was me and him don't really make the same kind of music. So I don't want to bother this nigga.
Go back in time and slap yourself.
Yeah, 2 times. Man, so many instances. 2 Chainz offered me a feature for $200, but I was getting evicted out my apartment because I had got fired and didn't want to tell my parents. And I was trying to make it and shit, you know what I mean? But I couldn't take advantage of that shit. So, yeah, there's plenty of times I could have slapped myself.
Damn.
2 Chainz, that's a good one.
Right when that nigga had dropped Pimp C back. Like,
Wow.
that nigga was... Yeah.
Before I start crying, go ahead and do your celeb.
I get my moments like from concerts because like I always be like front row like all the time. I would
Talk
say
that shit.
Who done touched your hand?
Okay, so first one would be the baby, and then second one would be Gunna. And they had like really good stage presence and were very interactive with like the fans. It was like a moment of like, dang, this is real.
How you feel about people trying to cancel the baby now? They trying to get him up out of here.
I will say that I really like his music, and a lot of the times like the stuff that happens in the blogs is like sometimes can take away from like the content of the music. Like say if like you listening to music in your car and like his song come on, you be like, dang, didn't you just like something the other day? Like
Yeah.
and you just turn because it's just like, dang, I'm not really in the mood to listen to him. But I think he's like in a process of like he's gonna come back with something really good.
Yeah, I think he's trying to like rebrand himself. He kind of like, I've been seeing him go on like media runs now. He kind of like being like apologetic the way he did, like realizing he was wilding pretty much.
Yeah.
He said
He was feeling himself.
yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying in the interview. He said, yeah, I was feeling myself.
Oh,
he said
wow.
it didn't hit him until he said he was about to do a deal with, what was it, Burger King?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was about to do a multi-million-dollar deal with Burger King, and they're gonna do the baby meal, and he like they pulled it, and he was like, "Damn, I'm fucking up right now."
Yeah.
And he said he had like a year full of shows booked, and next thing you know, like
Everything canceled.
all them shows got canceled.
Shit, he was booked for like a year's worth of Rolling Loud, if I'm not mistaken. You know how they go from different cities or whatever. I know he had 2 or 3 major shows that immediately got pulled, and instantly he should have saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is, yeah, he felt larger than life, and you know, fame is a hell of a drug. Like I say,
He's smelling himself. It's all good, but it's dope that he realized he fucked up.
yeah, and he's trying to change it. Now I will say this: one thing that I gotta say in regard to what you asked, sometimes it's really hard to separate art and artists because in music, some of the things that they're rapping and singing about directly correlates to what happened, and we were too blind to see it prior to. And that's what makes it such a challenge for me. Like the shit with Miles Bridges, or not Miles Bridges, what's that nigga name?
Talking about a basketball player?
Yeah.
You said it right.
Okay, Miles Bridges. Listening to his raps and shit, when you hear him talk about like wrestling women and shit, you want to say like, all right, this is a joke, you know what I mean? You want to laugh at the verse and whatnot, but then when he actually put his hands on a woman and beat the shit out of her, it make you say like, yo, what am I listening to?
Wow.
For me at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was listening to his music. Like, once he did that, I kind of, like, took all his stuff away. Yeah, it's certain artists is like, damn, they, like, for example, when Tory Lanez did that shit, I deleted all his music off my phone.
Yeah.
It's certain ones where I'll be like, hey, I still listen to him, but it's just like, if you did some crazy shit, I'm getting you up off the phone, especially if it's, like, easy to forget your music.
Yeah.
Hardest one, of course, is that man from Chicago. I ain't gonna say his name.
I knew he was gonna say.
It's
That man from Chicago got some hits.
he not even just some hits, bro. He got some moving shit. Like,
It took some years to get rid of his music.
I don't play anything R. Kelly. I don't play.
Man from Chicago. What's wrong with you?
Zorro. I don't play anything Zorro.
I gotta beat that out. Man, we say man from Chicago.
Man from Chicago.
And the crazy thing is that a lot of people older than us, like, probably won't ever cancel him is because, like, his music falls under, like, memories for them. So, like, imagine, like, Lil Baby doing something like that in the future. Imagine having to block out all his music.
Oh, that would
of
be
his
easy.
allegations. Oh, you don't like Lil Baby?
It ain't that. But I definitely will say this. With rap, it would be a hell of a lot easier to cancel any artist.
Okay, but
There's not one artist you could save from me, for me personally.
Kendrick.
Wouldn't give a fuck.
J.
Tell me that nigga was molesting kids or something crazy. I'd be like, we gonna be all right? No, nigga, you better be all right in jail. Like, it's not one artist in rap that you could ever. And I think that the problem with rap in that regard is like, one, there's so much of it to consume. It's a lot different to have that emotional connection when almost anybody can provide that.
True.
In rap, everyone has a story.
That's true.
Everyone can write a rhyme in a way that is like at some point or another. And I say that to say, you give almost any one of these unsigned artists a budget, a little bit of help, a producer, some of what a lot of people don't know is when people get these major hits, the chorus is already written. The chorus was written by somebody who sat down with the producer or the producer himself. And he said, okay, here's how we're going to nurture this song together. You're going to rap in this pattern. There were 3 other people that came in and said, here's where you're going to tweak your lines. You know what I'm saying? So you give some of these people that, boom, they'll create a hit, right? Yeah, I lost my train of thought, so.
You was making some good points.
Yeah, you was making some good points, though. I'm listening hard.
I forgot where I was driving.
But you would know more than us because I seen, which was a shocker to me, when the man from Chicago got his sentence, I seen people like in their early 20s was angry, and I was like, y'all was listening to his shit? Like, I feel like y'all would be like too young to be listening to his music. I was like,
True.
I didn't get that.
I Believe I Can Fly transcends time.
Space
But
Jam.
that song came out like in 95 though.
I don't give a fuck. Man, shit. It's still songs from fucking 1930 that I be listening to. So, I Believe I Can Fly is definitely a hard one that it took a lot for me to say I'll never play this record again. Like today, I'm fine not hearing that song.
Yeah.
But when I found out the news, I'm not gonna lie to you, I played every one of my favorite R. Kelly songs.
Oh my God! Stop saying his name. What's wrong
My
with you,
bad,
man?
bro.
Fuck.
My bad. Zorro, that man.
Jesus,
Man from Chicago.
man from Chicago. I got. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, bro. I got to drill it in, bro. Man from Chicago. He don't get his flowers in jail, bro. So.
Also, can
What's wrong?
people can kind of sort of play music. He don't get the money from it. He don't own none of his masters.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
he
He
owns
sold it because
any
he
of
can't
it.
read.
No, he I'm almost 100% positive he didn't give a fuck when he sold the masters.
Probably did.
He probably was thinking like, yo, look, I'm writing some of like not just my own greatest music like for the world, but I'm also writing for other people to make some of the greatest music for the world. So yeah, he probably was not caring like, yo, money's coming, money's coming, money's coming. He never thought he'd get caught. He never thought things would slow down. You know what I'm saying? So you could just tell by how he was living.
That's crazy. Cause he wrote one for Whitney and Michael, I think.
Aaliyah,
Oh yeah,
Ron
yeah.
Isley.
Maxwell, my favorite R&B artist.
Oh my, like
Really?
yo,
I did
this
not know
goes
that.
on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he wrote "Fortunate," but he wrote that.
Damn, I ain't know that.
But he wrote the whole Life soundtrack, and "Fortunate" was on the Life soundtrack. So
What?
there you go.
Fortunate.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Man from Chicago penned that.
Damn. I gotta strike that one.
You gotta strike that one.
Can I
Well,
let that
Maxwell
one
sang
ride?
it, so
Maxwell sang it.
Okay.
That's
But he wrote it. I don't. Yeah.
I don't care that much. Like some people got to get a grip.
Well,
Like some people are so invested, they be going through like current songs, and
Right.
if they sample something he wrote, they be like they were trying to get Ty Dolla $ign out of there. I was like, man, he just
Really?
yeah, he sampled like a Cut Close song that R. Kelly wrote. Like he's sampling.
people are so stupid.
He's sampling. Damn, Man from Chicago. I just said it.
See?
Oh,
and
damn.
you was just harping at me. Nigga was ready to fight me a minute ago over this.
If I ain't say that, you wouldn't notice.
Blame the coma pack.
He sampled like a Cut Close song, and they got mad. I was like,
somebody got mad at Drake too for sampling his.
yeah, it was like
Real quick though, Ty Dolla $ign, when he first came out, made the most raunchy, offensive music that I've ever heard in R&B. And no one wanted to cancel him then.
yeah, but that Drake one was the most ridiculous one. He was like he sampled like DJ Screw like talking, and it just happened to have like a Man from Chicago song like in the background, and they tried to kick Drake up out of here. I was like,
Wait, what song was that?
it was damn, it was on Certified Lover Boy. I forgot what song was the song.
Okay, we're talking about this.
I think it was it In Too Deep?
I thought it was Poppy's Home. Was that R. Kelly in there?
No, it was the
Man from
one.
Chicago.
It was the one with. It's the one where he's singing about the stripper, and it had like 2 beats on it. I forgot the name, but it was on Certified Lover Boy.
Y'all see how easy it is?
Yeah.
I know.
So, kind of on subject. Let's talk about R&B real quick,
Okay.
and then we're gonna do Real Niggas of the Week and They Need Their Ass Beats and get up out of here.
Okay.
So Division just dropped a single.
Oh my God.
Did you get a chance to listen to it?
No.
Did you see the backlash on it?
No.
It had
please.
a lot of backlash. I like Division a lot. You fuck with Division?
I think they're very talented. I haven't listened to enough of them. What I have heard, again, I think they're really talented. Do I like?
You never listened to a whole album?
Yeah, nah. So I don't know where to place them for me.
When you get a chance, when you're making your rugs and whatnot, listen to the September. I wasn't saying disrespectful.
No. It
It's the way you laugh.
was just funny. It was just funny
Yeah.
that you
Trust me. Listen to that December 5th and their second album, and I like the third album. In Her Feelings, some people didn't like that. I like that album a lot. Listen to their first 3 albums while you being productive and whatnot. You'll be moving through the rugs, man. You'll be in that bit.
I feel like I got a good
Now they
ear
dropped
for
the album.
R&B. So
They dropped the album with Ty Dolla $ign, like a joint one. It was okay.
okay.
Yeah, all right.
What did you think? All right, tell me if y'all even heard it. Matter of fact, I like Jeremiah. Of course, he's not a good singer. You know what I mean? We
You
know
don't think
that.
so?
No, not at all. I think that they doctor his voice up very well.
I think he's a good studio singer.
Yes, yes. In that regard, yes. What did y'all think of his project with Ty Dolla $ign?
I love that.
I thought that shit was amazing.
It was amazing. I feel like nobody talk about it.
At all. And like I feel like anytime that song comes on in my shuffle, I mean like a record from that project comes on in my shuffle, it reminds me that it doesn't get the credit it deserves. Like I'm always like, yo, they probably should have been like requested an encore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To collab again.
I don't know if they beefing or whatnot. You know, people always be beefing with Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Might be him.
It could be.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Division single. So it got a lot of backlash. I'm a big Division fan, so I'm looking forward to it. So they came out before the single. They put this little artwork up. They said, "Nah, this is a lot." They said They said the 5 most honest anthems, and they put theirs up there with "Song Cry," which is a classic Jay-Z song. "The Weeknd," "Confessions Part 2," and "Marvin's Room." Those are some pretty good songs.
Those are great.
To compare your single that you didn't drop yet to "Confessions Part 2," that's a lot.
It's uncomparable. Confessions Part 2 definitely goes in its own category.
People don't
When
make
that
music
nigga
like that no
started
more.
and said, "This gonna be the hardest thing I think I ever have to do,"
Exactly.
got me talking to myself like, "How I'm gonna tell you?" Come on now,
And you're right. Nobody make music like that anymore.
They
so
don't.
they can't sing like that no more. Too
they
much
just-
drugs and lean.
They don't have a storyline to music no more either. They just jump straight into it. Like that was a good. I mean, good.
yeah.
Like
So I didn't see this picture. What I saw, and I knew instantly this song was gonna be ass. They posted a text message between Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z.
I got it right here. Hold up.
All right. So
receipts.
this is what we see. Can I read this out loud, please?
Yeah.
I can't read it from there, bro. My
Oh yeah,
vision
my
bad.
fault. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So Jay-Z says, "Hi."
I mess with that Jay-Z impression. I like that shit.
I didn't think one could make a song more toxic than Song Cry. I stand corrected.
Jay-Z, come on, Jay.
That was close.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about
it was-
Jay. Like, what's going? Like, bro, come on. So they sampled to the listener. They
Hold
sampled
on.
Jay-Z.
Is that
Hold
real,
on.
though?
Let's
I don't think
continue.
that's
Let's
real.
continue.
I feel like it's fake also.
Why they only have one message on there?
Nah, hold on. Let's continue. So Jermaine Dupri says, "Hi, is that a yes? LOL. I just want a disclaimer." Now this is Jay-Z. "I just want a disclaimer that I said this song is wrong. Hi, and you're good.
And then Jermaine Dupri responds, "Ha, I dropped my phone."
I just dropped my phone."
And that's a good point. Like, if you got Hove number, like, why is that his first ever text message he ever sent you? Unless he probably just deleted it because he didn't want everybody to see the rest of their
He
conversations.
probably could have just scrolled down. Like he could. It looks like it was blue up there. He could have scrolled down just so that you do only see what.
I do see the blue right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Oh,
So here's what made me say this let me know the song was gonna be ass.
good you said that because I didn't see this text until after the song.
Okay.
Eric told me about this text. I didn't even see this shit. He
This
was like,
this
"You seen the
text came
I was
out
like,
just I want to say the day before the song did.
See, I seen this first part right here, and I seen this video where they was doing like a case study or whatever. This right here.
Oh nah, I
We're
ain't
going
see
to
this.
listen to a song.
And I was like, all right, this is a lot for a song.
Said it.
I am polyamorous.
I am monogamous in a relationship. I am single.
Yeah, nah.
What was your gut reaction to the song?
Very gaslighty. Low key disrespectful. Got me in the feeling. I understand.
And I was like, this is a lot for a song. And I was like, this song better be good because y'all doing a lot. They did a little open discussion with Nick Cannon. They did a Spaces. I was like, y'all doing a lot for a single. So the shit drop or whatnot. And I'm like, oh, this is about to be a monumental single.
Yeah.
So I listened to it. And first of all, the Jay-Z sample just sounded
Stupid.
really bad. It was
It
I
was
thought-
poorly chopped. It was poor to add it into there.
So I was listening to the beat. I was like, man, this beat sounds like really bad. And I was like, who made this beat? And then I seen Jermaine Dupri made it. And I was like, this nigga did Confessions. Like, you shouldn't. Like, you a legend when it comes to the producing. I was like, you shouldn't be
He
making no
did
shit like
fucking
that.
what's Mariah Carey's album?
Emancipation of Mimi.
Oh, he
Come
did.
on. Come on.
He did
He,
sh-
he
did Shake
really
It Off.
knows. He really knows R&B,
R&B,
bruh.
yeah, production wise.
I agree.
Yeah, when they was talking about the verses, they were like, hey, he might get Diddy up out of here in the verses.
Right.
So I'm like, you can't be making beats like that. But I respect them for working with, like, if I was doing an R&B album, I'm like, yeah, if I'm making an R&B album, I'm either work with Jermaine Dupri, Dark Child. I might even work with Timbaland with an R&B
Oh,
album.
Timbaland will be great for an R&B album.
Yeah.
Timbaland will give you that little hip hop feel to it too, a little rugged. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You can be a
Little
little
poppy.
thug. You
Little
know what I'm
poppy,
saying? Yeah.
So I listened to it, and then, like, they talking about all kind of shit in the song. It just sounded terrible. It sounded like they took a bunch of, like, Twitter topics
Yep.
and just, like, made a song. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
this is this is corny. It was like it goes on like everybody, all the men trying to make like toxic R&B songs.
Yep.
So let me ask y'all, what's the disconnect with R&B nowadays? Why is R&B so ass now?
It's
Male R&B.
you go. No, you go.
No, ladies first. Ladies first.
This disclaimer: male R&B, because I feel like women R&B is just like
it's ascending right now. It is ascending, and I love it.
Why is male R&B so ass now?
Okay. I think that there's just like it's just not authentic anymore.
Talk about it.
And a lot of the times, auto-tune also takes away from that as well. And I don't know if it's like the time change or what, but like men aren't like singing about like actual R&B stuff anymore. That's how
Exactly.
It's like
I need a nigga begging. Pause. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like that's some real shit. I need to hear like a man pouring out his feelings type shit to a woman, because that's what I want to convey when I'm chilling with mine. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't want us to be trying to cuddle up, listening to songs about lean and
exactly.
fucking other people and shit.
Now, see, old school R&B, like one of the main things that I liked about old R&B is every man that sang was like vulnerable.
Very.
Like it's okay to like David Ruffin. He was like, I don't care. Like you can laugh at me. I want my girl back. I'm outside of her job for 8 hours, crying with roses. Like her boss laughing at me. Her coworker laughing at me. Like look at this corny ass nigga crying, like
Straight
crying.
up.
But David Ruffin. Like I don't give a fuck.
One of my favorite David Ruffin songs is Walk Out of Love or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't love you. You know how much I do, and it's not like that nigga killed that shit.
Yeah.
He was letting her know, like, look, I still got all of the same feelings. I still love you to death, but our relationship is toxic. Yeah. I can't be with you. Yeah. He put that in the melody, like in a way that, again, it conveys emotion. It causes you to also feel the pain he shares, or that he feels, you know, a shared emotion again. I just think that, like she said, there's no real feeling. Niggas ain't singing about. The niggas don't want to be the emotional person. Period. No one wants to like. I respect Lil Baby a lot because he does rap about like being more faithful and fucking up in his relationships and things like that. You know what I mean? He has more of an honest perspective in that regard, I feel like. Because, we can flaunt and flex and say, yo, we got 1,000 bitches and shit like that. But, hey, everybody ain't living like that. Two, everybody don't necessarily want to be living like that. It's cool, you know. I ain't gonna say I ain't saying it's cool to be cheating or nothing like that.
Right.
But personally, I'm saying as a human, I can understand encounters happen, right? Throughout life. Like, you marry somebody 50 years, you cheat once or twice, like, personally, that's something that's like, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? You get bored with a nigga, you need the all right, whatever. I can look, personally, I'm not saying go on no fucking 6-month tangent. You know what I mean? But if we just being real, like, man, look, we are humans who are meant to be loved, and like we try our hardest today to avoid that shit. Everyone, man, woman, it's shown in music, and I feel like Amp said about this record, it's all Twitter topic based. You know what I'm saying? Like we let that shit poison us.
All other shit, all podcast shit. Like in the video, they had Maul from the Maul
like that's corny.
They had the girls from Poor Minds. Though, like you not even hiding that y'all doing like podcast topic type shit.
Corny. You pushing this shit, like you said, doing too much, trying to push this record.
Did you see this Jermaine Dupri tweet?
Oh yeah, talking about how people don't know music.
Yeah, he said if you
don't listen to blues.
Yeah, I like it was nothing blues infused in that song at all.
Nothing at all. It was nothing soul in that song. That shit was just like, man, look again. You trying to force feed? Nigga put food coloring in water and told you it was Kool-Aid.
I also think there's no dance choreography from R&B.
It's really not. Only person that's still dancing is Chris Brown.
Literally.
That's something that definitely made me fuck with the song War. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I ain't saying like, you know, niggas was out here in dance groups and no shit like that. But it definitely like adds into the ambiance of what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the thing is, Chris Brown be dancing, but Chris Brown be dancing talking about pills and lean and shit.
Yeah.
And then not just that, he be out dancing the hell out of his fucking background dancers. So
For real.
them niggas might as well not even be there. Yeah, like.
And they I was gonna say, like back to you said about vulnerability. I loved, like back then I loved artists like Mario or Genuine.
Yeah, Genuine.
Like they actually used to sing, but now it's like you know that song How Could You by Mario. Like he was very vulnerable in that song.
Yeah.
Like each verse he just explained like how hurt he was, but it made money. So I feel like I just don't think like maybe
everybody too cool now.
They too cool. Like they don't feel like they feel like they'll get laughed at it for that. But artists from back then was really not even thinking about that. They was just like, I'm finna put this out and go for it.
Yeah. I remember whatchamacallit, Bryson Tiller. I'm not a big fan of him, but he was making like vulnerable music and people was calling like Dirty Mac music, and I was like, he ain't saying nothing crazier than what like LL Cool J was saying on Hey Lover, or what Joe was saying on like what's the song, I Wanna Know? Yeah, like he was full on like it was a woman in a relationship. He like I wanna know when he do
so I can do it better. Yeah, like they took Dirty Mac into a whole nother level.
Mario Winans, he made a fool out of himself looking back. He said, I don't want to know if you cheating on me, keep it on the low.
Oh,
nigga in a pool. I mean, not in a pool, he in a tub.
I always
with all his
thought
clothes
that nigga
on.
was a dummy for making that damn song.
That song was
the song
hard,
was
though.
Bop. Like, nigga was in that bitch.
Dancing, but I'm like, that's crazy. Like, if you cheating on me, keep it on the low. Like, bro, what you on, bro?
Like, nah, if you cheating on me, your ass gotta go.
Yeah. Didn't Neo just said that or something, right?
Who that?
Neo was like, he wouldn't want to know. He wouldn't want like his friends or something to tell him if like his woman was like cheating.
You know how crazy that sound? Like, nah, hey, let me know, nigga. One of y'all Twitter niggas ever see a chick I'm talking to out here wilding in these streets? Matter of fact, put that shit on. Nah, don't embarrass me. Nah, don't embarrass
Tell
me.
me, DM me.
No, yeah, DM me.
Hey, Joe, this your girl right here? You see it with a dude.
Like, damn, that is her. And see, I'm gonna fly off the handle
like,
too. I'm one of them kind of niggas, right?
Yeah.
And they fuck around and be her cousin for real. We was gonna surprise you. We bought you season tickets to the Jaguars. Man, fuck them niggas. Fuck your cousin too.
Exactly.
That nigga should have DM'd me first. Hey, bro, we finna surprise your dumb ass.
Hey, man, I don't,
Yeah, you from Jacksonville.
Exactly. I don't know what we need to do with R&B, man. But I be seeing people saying people ain't grow up in the churches. I think that's just I think that's not a good excuse.
I don't think so either, but I do think this, and I do think that we need to one day talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the greatest R&B records stem at their very root from church songs.
Yeah, I got you, man. But we also had a moment where, like, because I think we had this conversation in the group chat recently. We was talking about, like, dudes who make R&B music who can't really sing. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't know how y'all feel. I can listen to an R&B artist if, like, a song, if the artist, like, vocally ain't all there.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite R&B artists is The Dream. He can't sing worth a damn, but he'll make those he'll make those vulnerable records, and he'll try and hit that falsetto. He'll fail at it, but I'll still listen to it. I like most Dream albums,
right?
Even the ones he making now, where he be putting like 40 songs on the motherfuckers. I still listen to every single song, and I'll be like, hey man, he still got it here and there. It ain't all the way there, but he still got it a little
GOAT.
bit.
Right.
He's definitely a GOAT.
Right.
Oh, you said the GOAT? Like you putting a lot on the phone with The Dream, but like
I mean, The Dream, he dope. I wouldn't call him the GOAT. I would say Neo better than The Dream as far as like songwriting. Neo has some. I don't know about as far as better, but
nah, like
because The Dream
The
definitely
Dream writes for
got
Beyonce, so you can't even say that.
Yeah. Nah,
he still writes for Beyonce.
Nah, yeah. So
well, Neo used to have me like in front of the TV like dance, you know. Like
Neo had some shit, and Neo was writing for some people that was out of here. But I do feel like Neo kind of fell off from that shit. Like as far as the penmanship goes.
Yeah, I haven't listened to Neo since like he had a song with like Pitbull, I think.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, he fell off.
These niggas got so mad at me because we was on another podcast and I said that they tried to market Pitbull as a street artist when he came out, right?
Oh yeah, they was on. I don't know who that was. I think that was Pitbull's cousin. They was on your head.
That nigga wanted me for dead. But if you go back and look.
And you said that on a podcast.
What? Yes. I have very strong views about rap.
Yeah.
Being honest. Just being honest. I don't listen to many people that aren't black that rap.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do, they featured, you know what I'm saying? They might have like a smash hit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got Big Pun album because I really like I Don't Want to Be a Player.
Okay. You listen to Eminem?
He has one album like that I play. He's not in my catalog. He might got one song in my catalog because Anderson .Paak on that shit, and I like the chorus a lot.
I like Anderson .Paak.
And then I skip.
Only white rapper I listened to was Matt Miller. I'm gonna be honest, people may judge me. I listen to Post Malone, but he don't rap at all. He make full on rock music now.
Yeah. And again, like that's a part of why I don't listen to white rappers or, you know, other folks. I think they just do it because, you know, we do it honestly. And I again, that's enough for me to say. It's not really for me to.
I agree.
What I mean?
Like a lot.
Yeah, I think rap. Honestly, I think rapping comes so naturally to black people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Part of our culture.
Right.
Yeah.
If you even look at the kids today, if you go on YouTube and look up kids rapping, you can find kids as young as 5 and 6 years old rhyming their own freestyles. Mm-hmm. And they're now cohesive. Like they're actually rapping their little day to day. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Get some toys, hanging with the boys. You know what I mean? Like it's just little shit, but it's like, yo, I learned to rhyme and I'm doing my best with it, you know? So I think today, especially, like we're starting to breed little rappers.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But outside of that, I think it's a forced effort.
But like real quick, everybody, what y'all think gonna change what has to change for R&B to improve?
Niggas gotta get back in their feelings. Let me learn to sing one day. Drink some hot tea. Mm-hmm. A little training, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this. I want for us to stop sampling older music, and I want us to start coming up with our like new stuff.
Yeah.
Because a lot of hits that's coming out, like they're samples. Like
most
I don't
of them,
see anything like I be seeing new stuff, but a lot of stuff is just samples. Like I seen one song I don't want to put her like on the spot or whatever, but she sampled like a Destiny's Child song. And I was like, why can't we leave like those songs for the good memories that they were for and stop incorporating them in new music? Like, I want to hear like new stuff, like that one video of T-Pain, like where he was like, think of something new, please, like, please, like. That's what I'm gonna say on that.
Man, T-Pain a hell of an artist too.
We might, as far as those samples go, we might be in a situation now where I think they running out of samples. Like,
thank God.
I seen one. I forgot which woman rapper it was. She dropped a song. She like sampling like the Icons Get Fucked Up. I like, y'all running out of samples now.
Literally.
Even though that song was fire back in the day, but like, yeah, y'all running out of samples. Right. When you sampling the Icons,
right?
I heard somebody sample like the "I Ain't Got No Panties On" song from BET Uncut. I was like, yeah, y'all running out of samples now.
Yeah.
I like, where do y'all even go to hit that dude up to clear that sample?
But see, here's my thing. Right. Like, if you really go back and look, there are so many songs still that haven't been touched. There are elements in songs that haven't been touched. There's ways that you can flip samples, and that's what we're missing today, the creativity. I think that everyone's so focused on the quantity, like constantly putting out, staying consistent, essentially. Constantly putting out content. So if you're a producer, it's like, all right, how many beats can I crank out in a month?
Yeah,
exactly.
Nigga, if you go to a nigga beat page, nigga have 1,000 beats. Yeah. And they be all set for $50 or some shit like that. And it's like, all right, cool, I get it. But now I got to fish through 1,000 beats and pray out of all of these beats, there was one that you actually took some time on and said somebody's going to write something cohesive to this.
Man, I'm going on YouTube. I'm putting in Babyface Ray type beat and getting it for free.
Shit, honestly, them be the better beats because them niggas still like really, like they're really trying to sell you a beat you can make a hit with based on that artist.
Yeah.
And that's how they make their money. They sell 5 niggas a beat for $1,500 that sound like fucking Drake.
And I like Drake.
Yeah.
but and then like I don't know why are you laughing?
She was like,
let
me let y'all know. If I ain't say it earlier, just because he
like
mentioned it.
Hey, we don't hate. I don't hate. I'm OVOM. I don't hate Drake.
Yeah, nah, Drake good. Drake good.
We love Drake on here.
Yeah.
Clear that up.
He seemed like a corny nigga.
Oh Lord, now you just messing it up. Now you do it every time. We be in a good spot.
The nigga got these big ass beads in the back of his head.
He know what he doing is corny. That's his aesthetic now.
Them shit's like clacker balls. You know what I'm saying? Balls. The little.
He plays in on it obviously now. It's like obvious. When he take a picture doing a duck lips with his hands like that, he know people gonna talk about that. Yeah. Like, it's obvious.
That man is smart. He's business smart.
Yeah,
he definitely is, and I definitely think like the whole "would you rather sit down with
Jay-Z
shit." I think that conversation should really be said with Drake.
I was just
and I get the snicker. But yo, Drake is really a brilliant businessman. Like the moves he's made do not get talked about enough. He hasn't had to rap for years now.
I agree. Honestly, never mind. Not drill. What am I trying to say? The house music. I felt like he did that for a business move. Like when he told us to catch up. Like I felt like. Because a lot of our music don't get played in them people clubs. He knew what he was doing with that. He was catering to the right audience with that. And I was like, dang, nobody really peeped that, but he low-key just
it was brilliant because on the album, he put it under the genre, he put it dance. And immediately, it was like one of the biggest dance albums ever, like debuted in like a week or something like that.
I did not
know that. That's crazy to
to
think about that. Like, he just made it a dance album.
All right.
Smart.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's like I said, he's brilliant. He should be one of those niggas that that it's like, yo, would you rather I give you 100,000 or, and I would frame the question more so to say, give you the ability and the opportunity to sit down with Drake. So, and when I say ability, I mean the actual means or talent, skill.
Yeah, I think they call it don't they call it a Drake stimulus package or something like that? You make like a song with Drake, it skyrocket you.
Well, I'm not even talking about a feature, but yeah, that shit really is true.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like just on some business shit. I do think if Drake were to give out game,
oh yeah, for sure.
And when I say ability, I mean that you actually had the skill to do whatever he's gonna tell you to do. I think it would be more profitable if you had the means also.
For sure.
So you pass on 100,000 because you got 20,000. You sit down with Drake and you turn your 20,000 to a meal type shit. You know what I mean? So I think that could work. I think that would be the better like Twitter topic.
I'm taking the money.
I respect that. I respect that.
I feel like either way you go.
Yeah, I think either way you will be good. Because again, I'm just like giving kudos to his business savvy. I think that he's seen a lot of ways to create opportunities for himself in different fields. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Of entertainment that branch so far out of music.
Yeah, it's like he don't follow the standard. He builds the standard.
Exactly. Who do you know like that deal with Apple Music early on out the gate? If I'm not mistaken, that predated Jay-Z shit, didn't it?
Yeah, nobody did that. You talking about when Jay-Z did the Magna Carta?
No, he did that with Samsung. So all right, so he did that, and then Drake comes back, and Drake signs the deal with Apple Music for like $90 million or some shit.
Oh wow!
Only other person did it was Chance the Rapper when he did Coloring Book. Like that was exclusively on Apple.
I'm talking about when Drake has
you talking
a
about the
deal.
radio? Oh, you talking about the radio deal?
Yeah.
Oh well, he don't got that no more. He was shady. I mean, like, was it the Sirius or something like that?
It don't even matter, bro. To be able to.
Oh, but yeah, nobody did that.
Yeah.
To be able to do that out the gate off your name alone, that's one. You get what I'm saying? He has countless investments. Like, I'm just saying that he has an eye for opportunity.
Yeah.
Like none other.
Oh, you talking about that, man? I missed that summer when he had OVO Radio and he was dropping exclusive shit on Apple Music.
Yeah.
I remember that it was like a random Saturday. He dropped Charged Up.
Yeah.
He dropped Back to Back.
Bro, he went crazy that day.
That was a time.
He put most people on Kodak. People don't like to say that, but Drake put most people on Kodak because he was playing like Kodak music like everybody like, man, who the fuck is this? Kodak. But if you were from Florida, you already hip to Kodak. But
right.
Hey, he put most people on the Kodak.
And like a lot of stuff you'll see artists doing now, it sounds cliche now, but you'll be like, Drake did that before.
Exactly.
On some crazy, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, forget Soulja Boy. Drake did it first.
I don't know about Soulja Boy. Done did everything first. I don't know how.
Yeah, he the first rapper to get maced.
Yeah. That's crazy. Charleston White said, I ain't playing with you niggas.
I saw that, yeah. I know Tootsie got maced here in Jackson.
He did? Oh, okay. Tootsie the first rapper to get maced, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Tootsie music, that's my guilty pleasure. I fuck with Tootsie music.
I've heard a couple records. He got some good.
I be listening to his music on the low.
I'm gonna tell y'all one nigga that I think is extremely talented, and I was just like blown away. Young Blue.
Oh yeah, Young Blue pretty good too.
Young Blue makes phenomenal music. What put this chick I know in North Carolina? She a dyke, but she put me on. Right. She played Slide Through. It's like a sex record, so I figured I'd give a disclaimer real quick.
Okay.
So when I heard that, I was like, hold up, this nigga kind of fire. So 2 years passed, and I only had that record. And that's like a go-to record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You let that record ride, it'll put you in the mood. You know what I'm saying? Like set it up. So I was like, one day I was like, all right, I done got my rocks. You know what I'm saying? They good. Like I done feng shui is right. Yeah. So a nigga is one. So I say, let me check out the rest of his music. And this nigga is phenomenal. He got a record with John Legend.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He rivals that nigga.
Yeah, he got the vocals on that.
Like, he really can sing.
Yeah. I see why Boosie was mad.
That's one nigga that, like, he don't make the traditional kind of R&B in the sense, like, I'm finna be, like, in my feelings for real about a bit. Now, Slide Through, again, like, when I cut that one on, I feel charged up. I be in the car like this. Vroom, vroom, I'm on the way. nigga drive with a leg up.
I really like the Wayne. It's like one with 2 Chainz and Chris Brown.
Oh yeah, that's.
I really like that one. That's when I really was like, okay, he's a really good artist. Like,
he was on somebody's album recently.
Who that?
Blue.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was on somebody's album. The feature was like really good. He wasn't on Drake. It wasn't Drake. He was on somebody's big album recently.
he got a song with Drake on his album.
He do.
That shit really good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about though, but I know what it is.
Who's your favorite artist?
Drake.
Who you listening to right now?
Drake.
I would hate to see your play count. That shit got Drake 15 hours.
Probably like I've been listening to Drake since I was like in the 2nd grade.
Yeah.
15 hours, dog. You look at my shit, bro. I was looking at it the other day.
I'm talking about in the day.
Oh, 15 hours in a day. Nigga, I looked at my little Apple thing. That shit said like for Summer Walker, it said like 200 and something. It was something ridiculous. I was like, bro, what's going on?
Hey, real quick, I do want to say this. I be gambling this shit, right? So I do it online because it's illegal here in Florida. They had this chat.
I'm telling you so, but keep going.
I mean, they can't stop me from that shit.
My coworker does it too. He bought like a visa for it too.
Yeah, nigga, I go to the library on their ass. They ever tried to shut that shit down on my phone or my laptop. You know what I'm saying? I'd be bouncing around there, different IPs. I set up like one of them Chinese like that you see in the movies to where they call with the bomb and rush hour type shit. They ain't at that location. I'm finna blow it up. Yeah, it'd be all kinds of shit. So, long story short, I was in the chat and them niggas banned me for 63,000 minutes.
Damn.
I had to Google that shit. I said, man, how long is this? That shit was 30 days. I'm like, you could have told me that. You had me scared.
What?
I be checking that shit. Last time I checked, that bitch said 23,000 minutes.
Damn.
I was like, I can't even imagine counting this
Why
shit.
did they ban you?
Why did they ban? All right, so one day.
Man, because you was ass. You kept losing. They was like, all right. Man.
Nah, man.
Get him up off of here.
So I should have won a bet. I was complaining that they didn't give me my money back, right?
Oh.
And I wasn't even tripping about it, but they the way that they were talking to everybody that day, it wasn't like they were trying to help. So I basically said that. I was like, man, they just talking to talk. Never mind support.
Yeah.
I didn't say shit else, right? So like 15 minutes later, the chat going crazy. It was somebody else name like with my same username in there, but I don't know if they were commenting or not. All I know is 15 minutes later, them niggas posted in the chat. They was like, yo, look, we can't tolerate that kind of talk. We finna get your ass up out of here. I look back. I was scrolling through the chat. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Like, oh, he being sassy, asking for his money back. Look at him pop out of here.
Can't tolerate.
Them niggas waited, dog. That shit had me sick. When I seen that 63,000 minutes, I was like, hell nah. Because I can't even fight nothing now. Like, if them niggas robbed me, basically, I couldn't even say nothing.
Damn. Moral of the story, kids, stop gambling.
Yeah, don't be gambling, man.
Don't be gambling.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up, man. We'll do real niggas a week and they need to ass speak next week, man, because we kind of
This
2
week,
hours in.
Breyonna, you are a real nigga of the week.
Salute you.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put you on the spot, but like since you down here, you want to start working with us a little bit? You want to collab a little bit?
I would love to.
Definitely. How you feel about that, Joe?
Man, big things popping.
Yes, sir. We're gonna do it. Man. So, listeners, I hope you fuck with Breyonna because you're gonna see a lot of her late on around here.
Yeah.
So, salute to that.
Yeah. With all that said, man, I think we gotta go ahead and cut this one short. Well, it's
Plug
2
all
hours in.
Plug all your stuff.
Oh, you guys can find me on Instagram, Breyonna Bryant, Bryonna, Bryant like Kobe,
Okay.
and all of my links should be on there.
Any artists that need to interview, like, how can they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
Best way, I would say Instagram for certain.
How should they approach you?
Some respect.
Like they got goddamn sense.
That's a very good question because, yeah.
We already know how these Florida people is.
Yeah.
They ain't got no coof.
None.
I would say first approach me, ask me if I'm in Jackson, Tallahassee, and then tell me your name, and then we go from there.
That's good.
Be about y'all business. Don't be wasting no time, man.
So
Same with us.
Yeah. I saw a TikTok. There's an A&R that I follow, and she's like a little 24. She's a little older than you, and she was just going over how artists should DM anyone interested in sending their music and things like that. And I think that's important, and it's not something we talk about enough in the podcast game, because I do think that starts the energy of how things are gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, people, like I say, they'll hit my rug page or whatever, like, yo, what's good when y'all want to do an interview? And it's like,
who are you?
Like, my bad, bro. You 12 years younger than me. I don't know anything about you. You know what I'm saying? Tell me something first.
I seen one. The craziest one I ever got was somebody just put like, invite me on y'all podcast. I was like, what?
What?
That's
disrespectful.
That's how they be hitting me. Yo, let's connect on your podcast.
No, that's more professional than what I got. Somebody said, invite me on y'all podcast. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they got blocked.
And I mean,
as they should have.
It's like, yo, like, I get it. It's cool to come on the podcast and talk. But again, like, sometimes I want to say to people, like, what you just telling me that you want to be on the podcast doesn't tell me anything. We had a young lady hit us up. She gave a full story as to why she should be on the podcast, what she could talk about, where it could go for her and us, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we can schedule that in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, I be looking at it sometimes like, man, what are we doing, man? You hitting me up because you want to talk?
Hey, to the people, man, be more professional with your approach to things. Hit us up, patreon.com/REO podcast, youtube.com/Random Acts of Podcast. But most importantly, sign up for that Patreon. Get all the episodes early.
Yeah.
Get some exclusives. We got some exclusive shows you never seen. If you want to see the Exotica vlog, that's up there. Joe did his thing.
Man, I appreciate it.
Check that out before the censored version hit the net, because, yeah. Salute the Queen Road.
I might give them some free game.
Okay,
Okay,
there you go.
Yeah. So look,
I just want to say, always keep God first in whatever it is that y'all are doing. If somebody is not taking y'all serious, don't take them serious. Be surrounded by people who really see your worth, and always know that potential is a real thing. Potential is a possibility of, and anything is possible through God. And keep going no matter what. And always, always, always be considerate of yourself. Know that it's in you already, and it's up to you to really, really do something with it. So that's all I wanted to say.
That was amazing way to end. With all that said, we out.